going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody out there in the YouTube universe that has found my islands through the hills, nooks, and crags of the YouTube land? You found my little piece of paradise. A little piece of paradise. I call it surreal wonderland. In the surreal wonderland, you'll get the real about politics. You'll get the real about women. You get the real about the everyday life and the economy, how it affects the average man that you don't really see on the TV tube. But you'll catch it here. You'll catch it here in the flesh and in the real. And I'll just tell you how it really is. And I speak for my socioeconomic bracket. I do not speak for all males in general. As a matter of fact, you see what my socioeconomic bracket is right now. I'm a late 20-year-old. Matter of fact, I'm 30 years old. Not a shitball, not a thug type dude. I'm a black dude. And, you know, I'm doing all right financially. I'm not going to say that I'm making $60,000, although I seen in the recent forum where there was a whole lot of ladies shitting on $60,000 made by a male. And I'm like, yo, how much do you guys make $60,000? How about you Google how much women in America make $6,000? Matter of fact, black women, because I was on a BP forum and it was like just god awful insulting. You know, just how many posts it was just shitting on a dude that said he made $60,000. I'm like, wow, just belittling the fucking shit that he has, and you know it's better than yours, because not a lot of people make $60,000 in America, baby, especially when you talking about black people. Just real. Not even going to talk about that this video. Not even going to talk about that this video. I was just talking about something else that I saw on the far edges of the YouTube universe. I saw this lady. Matter of fact, I'll just post a response to this lady on her video where she was talking about how dudes don't date anymore and what's the deal, and you know, dudes that just want to you know, watch DVDs with chicks. You know, that's starting to be the norm. And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, that is starting to be the norm, because, you know, dating is not like it was back 20 years ago. You know, you know that get a girl's number, see how she is personally, then you take her out a couple times, and then you make out. That's the 1980s word for having sex, and then make out suddenly became, you know, you're just necking and shit. But now the new way is like get on Facebook and maybe you know, one of these other social networking sites, holler at the chick, and, you know, watch DVDs most of the time. Because on some real shit, man, for as long as human beings existed, that's what guys would want to do. Especially young guys with no kids. Matter of fact, fuck it, guys with kids, guys with no kids, old guys, fat guys, skinny guys, poor guys with that can't even afford the lubricant to jerk their penises with. Can't even afford that. They want to do the same thing. So what happened is the internet age, the social media age, the sexual revolution of women, you know, the social constraints being loosened around sex in general. So it's not so much of a taboo. It's something that, you know, everybody's doing, and everybody's doing this so casually, even more so than it was, you know, the 5 years prior, 10 years prior, 20 years. It leads you to a land where girls don't get dated too much. Nah, not really. You know, and I find, and you know, if you're a girl getting dated, hey, that's beautiful. Because like I did a video on this, like there's two type of women in a mind of a guy. There's women, you know, who you want to wife up, who you want to date seriously, and then there's hoes. And what I find, like today when I'm out dating, it's like there's a lot more hoes than there are good women. And would you spend money on a bad investment, i.e. the hoe? Why the fuck you gonna take a hoe out? Why? She's gonna let you do what you want to do because she wants to do it too. As opposed to your lady, you want to wife up, she wants to do it too, but she's gonna hold a little bit more restraint. She's really more interested in you, your moral background, and all that other good stuff that makes her a good wifey-like material that holds her legs together, giving her more respect, giving her more value. So you spend money on there because she has more value out the two, especially when you don't see that all the time. Because I'm going to be straight with you, man. I don't see that all the time. I see a lot more, like I said, hoes than wife material, and I'm not going to spend too much money on no hoe. We're going to watch some DVDs. And if you find yourself watching some DVDs, it's because you're giving yourself, or you're presenting a hoish aura, or you're presenting and you're giving guys a deal-breaking signal, and you've got to rectify it. That's just life. Sucks, don't it? It does. Certain things I've got to overcome. That's life too. I'm not shitting on you, but we all have our little hoops and hurdles that we all have to go through. But that is a major that is, like, to me, that's the major reason why dudes are not going to date, because you don't have to, a whole lot of them, and not a lot of them are worth dating and spending money on. You know, it's not like the old days where, you know, even there was just not that much hoes where you could just go and freak them out. But another reason a guy's not dating too much is because it's the economy. It's like what if you look on 2010 Census Bureau, it says actually it's 1 out of 5 black men are unemployed, because unemployment tends to hit the black sector hard and black men the hardest. So, you know, if there's black men that don't have any money, how the fuck one supposed to take you out? Think about it. You know, are you content with bargain dates? Because I know, you know, I hear a lot of complaints about that. Oh, he took me to the park, or he don't spend no money on me at all. Hey man, sometimes that nigga ain't got no money. Straight up. Or sometimes he's just cheap. Straight up. But, you know, talk to the guy will definitely let you know where he stands. But that's another reason why guys are not into dating right now. Truth be told, those are the big reasons. One, that you might not be dateable, or the girls that he finds on every day is not really that dateable. It's just easier to, you know, just watch DVDs with them, because they want to watch DVDs with you too, and it's just easier to go on like that. And then, you know, you bump into a decent woman, you know, along the way, or, you know, actually, yeah, that's exactly what happens most of the time in a guy's life. You bump into a decent woman on the way, then you find that you take care of her in the traditional sense, if that is the traditional dude. If you never had that in him in the first place, hey, what the fuck are we talking about? But that's it. That's why I ain't dating. And second reason, hard to get money in this economy, and we're supposed to be taking you out. And another thing about that, the whole 1 out of 20, 1 out of 5 dudes are unemployed. If 1 out of 5 dudes are unemployed, how many are unemployed? How many are underemployed? Where they was working full time, now they're working part time, or they're just not getting the money they used to because they're cutting back on the hours. How could you? What percentage of dudes fall into that? And then you have to think about, you know, the real world facts of it. The average black man in America makes $35,000. $35,000, people. The average black man in America makes $35,000 fucking dollars. We're gonna take you to all those Shea Perry and Benihana's all the goddamn time. Fuck it. Even if he took you every 2 weeks, man. That's $35,000, and we're including people in major cities too. So when we talk about New York, $35,000, I ain't talking about VA $35,000. Although, you know, it's still averaged up in there. So if you make $35,000 in New York, Cali, you fucked. DC, good luck. Think about that. And if those are the guys that the underemployed, you know, make $35,000. So let's talk about the stats here. 20% of the guys are unemployed, and X amount of guys are underemployed. It's not going to be like 75%. So let's just keep it real here. I'm just going to give it like a real life basis of, let's say we're in an economic downturn, 10% underemployed. And then what about the average man? What percentage do you think he makes up in this equation? What? If he's the average man, I'm going to say 50% or close to 50%. How about we just give it a strong ass 40%? So right now, 70% of the dudes are doing not so good. And these are just off the top statistics. Don't quote me on this. Don't quote me on that stat, on any stat except for the first one where it says black men have 1 out of 5 unemployment. That's the stat. I was just building on that stat. But my point is, if these great amount of brothers don't have a whole lot of money, they might not be able to take you out like they used to in the 80s and the 90s, where the economy was a little bit better and the quality of woman was a little bit better. So my thing is, if you're a lady out here, you're trying to get a date, you're trying to get a good quality guy on a decent date, on a decent date, shit, just play it more realistic. Play it more realistic. Holler at the guys that don't talk about their life on some thug shit. Holler at the guys that, you know, look like they have a decent future. And one more thing, man. If you're fooled by some fucking swag, you deserve what you fucking get. It's funny. It's so funny. The term swag is, whenever I think of swag for a dude's perspective, I'm thinking of Lil Wayne and all your rappers, and then you Idris Elba. It's like, yo, the swag is nothing but a fucking image. You like advertisements, you like images, man. You are going to be deceived, because an image is not a person. swag is not something you can build a family on. Swag is something that, you know, looks nice on top, but may not have real character deep down. You see, because I mean, every time I hear ladies talking about, like, you know, I love it, and, you know, I just fell for his swag, and then I suddenly was in a situation where he was just fucking me. He was so smooth, though. Hey man, I'm laughing at you right now, because, you know, if a guy is just going to tell you some shit that he got off of BET and you fall for it like a goddamn groupie, guess what that makes you? A groupie-like fool who fell for the lines of a dummy. It denotes your intelligence more than his. You see, because he just tried some dumb shit, but you fell for some dumb shit, and that's fucked up for you. Smarten up. Side note. But that's how you get a date. Stop fucking with them swaggerific dudes who would go for the guys with content. But then again, I think you already knew that since your mom and every other wholesome person ever told you that. So you know what? Fuck those swaggerific dudes. Have some couch dates. Watch some DVDs. I'll holler at you. Until I want a real relationship, then I won't holler at you. And I'll just be fucking with the real woman. Then I'll stop fucking with you. Catch up. But I'm doing it. Oh man, I'm running so long. Looking at my computer screen, and, you know, it's saying I've been going on for a long. But you know what? I felt this one, and hopefully you felt what I'm saying too. So you want to hear what I got to say on some real elaboration shit? You know, you type up my name in the YouTube pile or YouTube response. I'll get you. I'll get you quicker than all them other social media sites and all them other fucking Facebooks and all them other bullshits. For real, for real. Or you just want to hit me off with feedback. I love it. But I rant, I rave, I rant. I will catch y'all, and y'all be wary. Especially y'all ladies, man. Y'all got to be wary. These guys aren't Don Juan Casanovas. A lot of them don't even have college degrees. A lot of them ain't even that motherfucking smart. A lot of them just watch fucking good Idris Elba line, or a line that he picked up from T.I., or salsa shit that looked like it might work, or salsa shit that looked like it worked on a fine-ass dummy broad. Then they're going to try it to you. Be wary of that bullshit. If you got yourself just getting fucked, that's your fucking fault. If you're over the age of fucking 25, 26, and you're in that situation, that's your fault. You know what's going on. Not your first time around the bend, okay? Smarten up. Get that Babe in the Woods routine out your motherfucking head, okay? I'll catch you later.